Greetings, Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, June 17th. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I hope you had a great Father's Day. Anyway, let me get right to business. I want to thank everybody from Local 2627 who came out to the Wednesday to June 12th rally. It was a very important rally. Remember, no New York City union has a contract. This mayor has squashed all contracts. He's not sitting down giving anybody any contracts. And there was about 7,000 people out there from what I heard. And 7,000 people out of 300,000 city workers, that's shameful. That's really shameful. We're talking about we don't have a contract and we won't even go out there and demonstrate for our own contract, especially when the mayor says there will be no retroactivity, and all the candidates except for John Liu is saying that they don't think there's going to be any, they know there's not going to be any retroactivity because we can't afford it, which is total nonsense. And they're getting away with things like this because we are not going to the streets like we're supposed to do and getting in their face. Now, out of 300,000 city employees, we only had 7,000 come out. That's embarrassing. The politicians are not taking us serious. They are not taking us serious. Again, let me thank the members from Local 2627 that were willing to give up an hour or two of their annual leave to come and fight for their contracts. Remember, Lou is out there. Lou is in their face. I mean, you see what the media does with this demonstration. There was about an article about this big in the Daily News. In addition to that, New York One may have had about a minute of the demonstration on. I mean, this is showing you what's happening. Our participation in these demonstrations is being suppressed. It's totally being suppressed. When you hear them talk about the news, who the front runners are, as far as the mayoral candidates, if you notice, they never want to mention John Liu. You know why? Because they're trying to do what they did with him with this whole campaign thing. I mean, the feds investigated John Liu for almost 4 years. They have found nothing wrong. John Liu has stopped $100 million in IT contracts. He's he's working to block the 911 system to Verizon, who still owes us $163 million for because they're off schedule. The 911 system is about $1.3 billion over budget. The 911 system crashed. You know, and this is consultants. Now, keep in mind, let's not even use the term IT. Let's just go back to the days that they use data processing. Well, this is data processing 101. How could the 911 system, because I'm a mainframe programmer, and the way I was taught and the way I managed was, anytime you brought a new system in, you had another system running side by side, what we call running in tandem, to make sure there would be, if there was any hiccups, the original system would catch those hiccups. So I don't understand the logic of this new class of consultants that's coming that don't know what they're doing. You know, and anytime they crash, the people think that it's us. They don't know it's these people that's been privatized that's doing our work. Now, there has to be something done about this, and the only way we can do this is make sure we get the right mayor in there. We have a mayor that knows what's going on. We have a man that knows what's going on, I'm sorry, which is John Liu, because he's the controller. So he's inside already, so he knows what's doing. He stopped a lot of different contracts going on that city tried to get past us, spending money, wasteful money. I mean, so think about that. We have a list of all the volunteer sites in the boroughs that you can volunteer to come out and to help with the campaigning. The primary is very important. Please get involved, because it's your contracts and your pensions that's at stake here. DC37 is asking the feds to investigate the 911 system because the feds funded part of that $2 billion cost. I mean, this is come on. Everybody has to get on the ball with this. The 2010 snowstorm, the memo, like I said before, the people who have disabilities, they were excused. Now, if you got to work and your work site was closed, then you were supposed to be excused. If they took your annual leave, they're supposed to give it back. If they didn't do this, then you need to let this office know about it, and we will take care of it. The sequester, they're saying it's affecting all different types of resources. In particular, right now, NYCHA. NYCHA is threatening 500 layoffs. NYCHA is closing down all the community centers, all the community administrative offices, or all the senior senior centers. They're privatizing the housing authority parking lots. I mean, think again, the word privatizing. I mean, We need to get on top of everything. That's the reason why we need to make sure that we go to these polls and do what we're supposed to do. Dependent verification letter. People should have started getting them in the mail. And I've heard a couple of questions. Well, they want to know this information. They should have no business knowing this information. Well, let me tell you something. When you first put your dependents down, you had to supply this information. So there's no different. Now, they say they're going to knock you off. Yeah, because they need verification because there are a lot of people who are committing fraud. Anytime something like this goes on, it's because people are committing fraud. I filled out my papers. If you don't have any dependents, you have nothing to worry about. But if you have dependents, you need to verify, give them the information that they need to verify, which is the same information you gave them in the beginning. Because if you don't, your people are going to be dropped. And, to get them started again is a problem. Another thing, if you're going for some type of medical treatment, DC37 offers second opinions for free. So if some doctor says you need this surgery, you need to have one of your arms amputated, something like that, go and get a second opinion from somebody else. Maybe it's just your hand and not your arm. Of course, it's a joke. But, I mean, this is serious. Second opinions are free from DC37. This is one of your benefits. Please use it. And the last thing is good and welfare. Unfortunately, one of our delegates and trustees, Portia Perkins, her father passed away on Father's Day. So, of course, our love and our empathy goes out to this sister. Until I speak to you again, this is Robert Ajayi.